Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you 10 pieces of Beeswarm trivia that you may or may not already know about the game. So as I just said, some of these are a bit more obvious than others, but definitely stick around for the whole video as there are some very interesting things in here in my opinion. So yeah, let's get into the video. First of all, have you ever opened your egg menu and realised we have sunflower seeds and alongside that we have a sunflower field? We have pineapples and alongside that we have a pineapple patch. And we have strawberries, and alongside that we have a strawberry field. So why don't we have a blueberry field? Go back to 2020 and you'll find this message from On It in Discord. He says, "This is a true fact. Blue flower field was supposed to be a blueberry field, but I just couldn't find the free model of a blueberry that looked just like a blue ball. So I made it blue flowers, which doesn't even make sense." So if On It could have found a free model for a blueberry on Roblox, this field here would actually have blueberries in it. It's kind of weird considering, we've known it to be the blue flower field for so long. And if you go into On It's inventory, there's actually a booster icon for the potential blueberry field, but I doubt he'll ever introduce it. So as you can see, the icon is similar to the icons we get from the normal boosters, so for like pineapple patch or something for instance. Yeah, that's the first fact. Let's get into the next one. Did you know that inside a Beeswarm, there was actually a planned bee that never saw the light of day? If we go back to On It's inventory in 2019, we can find this decal of a bee that looks like a fusion of Crimson and Cobalt bee. This certainly would have been interesting, seeming as it would have mixed their abilities most likely, and I wonder what it actually would have come out with. For instance, obviously, we have the red pulse and the blue pulse, which collects all the flowers from like a certain radius, I think, of a certain colour you need. However, with both the bees merged, maybe we could have seen a new ability from them. However, I don't think this bee will ever come to the game, but I guess it's a cool Easter egg to look at every now and then. Over the 4 years in which Beeswarm has been released, we've seen our fair share of codes. However, not many codes have actually contained eggs in them, so I'm talking things like gold eggs, diamond eggs, etc. Well, go back to 2020, On It actually released a secret code that had a diamond egg in it. It was called New Mike and granted a diamond egg as well as 1 shy bee jelly, 10 microconverters, 10 field dice, a ×3 spider field boost. However, this code was actually a secret code only for a VC that On It was in, and he later removed it due to it causing havoc in the Beeswarm Discord server. If you're a fan of Beesmas or Beeswarm in general, you probably already know this fact. However, if you don't, I'm going to say it to you anyway. Did you know that Bee Bear, the travelling bear that comes at Beesmas, and Polar Bear, the bear down there that I would go to if I wasn't killing a vicious bee, they're actually related? If you go back to an old screenshot of a dialogue from the Beeswarm wiki, you can see that Bee Bear says, "I'm talking about Polar Bear, my dear little cousin." So from this we can interpret that the two bears are related as they are cousins, which is quite interesting seeing as Beeswarm does have decent lore compared to a lot of other Roblox games. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think any of the bears in Beeswarm could be related? Let me know in the comments down below and I'll try to respond as many as I possibly can. So yeah, let's go on to the next tip. If somebody was to ever ask you, what's the most amount of health a mob can have in Beeswarm, you'll probably respond with 30 billion from the stump snail. However, you technically are wrong, as during high ping or high lag, it's actually possible to see a health bar of 1,300,000,000 and 400,000 on mobs. As you can see from the screenshot I also fished from the Beeswarm Discord, there is a person with next to a rhino beetle whose health is 1,300,000,400,000. Kind of cool fact, I guess. So let's move on to the next one. This next secret could definitely be something that's introduced into the game at a later point. So let's say you're watching this in October 2023 and it is in the game. There's actually a reason I'm making a video on this. So, have you ever done the Ready Player 2 event in Beeswarm over here and seen the digital bee when you finish the event and thought, is this ever going to come into the game? The answer to your question could maybe be yes in the future, as if we look at this image from Beeswarm Simulator leaks from last year, we can see an actually functioning digital bee inside a Beeswarm, which is really interesting considering On It has said in the past he wants to introduce it at a later date. Let me know in the comments if you want to see it introduced, because I certainly would like to. I think there'd be a lot of potential in adding digital bee, for etc, new quest lines. But yeah, let's go on to the next tip. Alongside a scrap bee in Beeswarm, there was actually a scrap bear called Robo Bear. This was leaked back in On It's inventory around the time of 2019, not long before the Windy Bee and the 35B gate came out if I'm right. As you can see, alongside the bear there was actually something called a Robo Pass, which I would assume is something similar to the Ant Pass, where you can start the end challenge for like the Robo Bear challenge or something. Onnit actually spoke out on this, saying Robo Bear was far along, and the group quests and their challenge were working for the most part, but some key bugs that I couldn't fix made me set it aside. If I re-add the group quests and group quest challenges, I will need to redo it from scratch, and I doubt Robo Bear will be the mascot of it anymore. This next secret is actually inside a bee swarm, however, you'll never actually get the blessing of being able to see it until RNG is incredibly OP. Did you know when farming the fireflies at night, it's actually possible to get a star treat? Go back to 2020 and somebody asked Onnit whether you can get a star treat from fireflies. He replied, literally 1 in a million. So if this is a 1 in a million chance, this has to be one of the rarest things in Bee Swarm. And the funny thing is, somebody has actually got this before. As you can see, this is a screenshot from the official Bee Swarm Discord I basically just fished out like the other day. I think that's quite cool. It's an Easter egg that you can definitely find if you play enough. However, it's highly unlikely anybody watching this video will actually find this, but still it's kind of cool to see, I guess. This secret will certainly be interesting if it was still in the game today. However, back in the day, it used to be possible to stack a field boost to times 10, so I'm talking plus 1000% pollen. So for instance, right now, I have a plus 300% boost in Mushroom Field, but just imagine if I could buff it up to times 10 with things like glitter and loaded dice, etc. Obviously, you couldn't do it with loaded dice as it's been, as the field boost got removed before they were introduced into the game. However, if this was still in the game today, I could imagine it really breaking leaderboards, and at Beastmas, we would get even more inflated leaderboards compared to what we already get at the moment. But yeah, quite interesting in my opinion, so let's get into the next point. This brings us nicely onto the final point, which you can probably guess by the game I'm playing, but Bee Swarm's main influence was actually a game called Snow Shoveling Simulator. Onnit said this message before he released Beastmas last year, and it said, Snow Shoveling Simulator was the direct influence for Bee Swarm Simulator, and the pet mechanics of the bees were inspired by non-Roblox games I was trying to make at the time. Some of the bees, like Looker Bee and Vicious Bee, have the faces and names of characters I made for other projects. The bees are inspired by RTS games and games like Pokemon. So I guess that's quite an interesting bit of the Bee Swarm lore from Onnit. So what do you think? Do you think Bee Swarm is quite similar to this game? Or do you think it's actually very different, you wouldn't even know it's inspired by this game? Definitely let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, that's all the points for now, so yeah, that's mainly all I have for the points. So that's all the secrets I have for today. Like the video and comment below which one was your favourite, as I really want to know what you guys think. Also be sure to join my Discord server, as I recently hit 7,000 members, and by the end of the year I really want to hit 10,000. Apart from that, thanks for watching, subscribe and like the video as I just said, and goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.